Hey everyone, my name is Danny Einson, and I am a life coach working with women to help them overcome limiting beliefs and self doubt so that they can lead their lives with clarity, with courage, and with confidence. And today I want to talk a little bit about what the difference is between a coach, specifically a life coach, and a therapist. And there are some very important differences. First of all, a therapist is a state licensed mental health professional, board certified. They can be a psychologist. They can be an MSW, a master's in social work. They can be an LCSW, a licensed clinical social worker. And all of those people are able to work with someone who is struggling with depression, with anxiety, with significant issues that are causing them not to be able to live their lives the way they want to. One of the most important differences is that a therapist can diagnose depression or anxiety and may be able to work with a psychiatrist or another medical doctor to help their client get medication to help them with the depression or the anxiety. Also, a therapist will work with their client or their patient on issues from the past. It's very past focused. It's about what has happened to cause you to feel the way you do. So that's where I kind of want to make the little switch and talk about the difference now that a coach makes. So a coach is not focused on the past. A coach is focused on helping the client get from where they are today to where they want to be in the future, and to help them make a plan, to support them through that plan, and to help them with all of the steps and with the accountability to make sure that they succeed on reaching their goals. So we're all familiar with coaches in the sports world. There are baseball coaches and basketball coaches and football coaches. There have been some really, really great coaches that we all know of who have helped their teams to win. And not just their teams, but have helped the players on those teams with self-development and self-actualization to live their lives better than they did before. And that's exactly what a life coach does also. We're not playing a game, unless you consider life a game, and some do. But life is pretty challenging sometimes. Maybe not sometimes, maybe all the time. Right now, there is a huge mental health crisis in this country. Everybody's feeling like they're struggling. They're not happy. We're making money. We're working so hard. We're raising our families. We're striving to find joy and happiness. And the world is a little bit challenging these days. So working with a life coach helps you get through all of those struggles and helps you to move forward to meet goals that you set. One of the most important things about working with a coach is that the client is in the driver's seat. The coach doesn't tell the client what to do. The coach doesn't even tell the client what we're going to talk about. The client decides what the agenda is. So the coach listens, asks empowering questions, helps the client reframe some thinking, look at things a different way, set goals, make plans, and helps the client stay on track to move forward. In my case, I have experienced both therapy and coaching. And I can tell you from my own experience that it wasn't until I found coaching that I was really able to make the changes in my life that I wanted to make. My childhood was very challenging. I grew up with a lot of negative self-doubt, lack of self-confidence. I didn't believe in myself. I had imposter syndrome. I didn't think I was good enough for anything. And I went to therapy for years and years. In fact, I also saw a psychiatrist. And one day, the psychiatrist said to me, after 30 years of going to therapy, the psychiatrist said to me, "What do you get out of staying sick?" And I was very insulted, but I had to think about that question. It was an excellent question. And because I was so angry, I knew that he had hit a nerve. So I had to think, what was I getting out of staying sick and depressed and anxious? And the answer was, if I was sick, there had to be some medicine or some doctor or some Prince Charming who could come and fix me. And the truth was, none of those were going to work. So then I had to decide, well, how can I find the best version of myself and become her? Because I really didn't like myself the way I was. And that is when I found coaching. And through the process of coaching, I was able to move forward from the past. It no longer mattered what my childhood was. It no longer mattered what kind of trauma I had experienced. What mattered most was that I wanted to live my life a certain way. I wanted to feel a certain way. I wanted to see myself a certain way, and I wanted others to see me that way too. Through coaching, I was able to reframe all of my thinking and change a lot of the negative noise in my head that was beating me up all of the time. And from there, I was able to grow so much that there aren't words to describe how much joy and peace I have in my life now. Does stuff still get to me? Of course. Do I still get anxious? Do I still get a little depressed now and then? Sure. Life is tough. But I know with coaching, I can move forward from those things. So if this sounds interesting to you, and if you feel that coaching could help you to make plans for living your life in a different way, setting goals, and you want support and someone to keep you accountable and moving forward, please reach out, send me a message, and let's have a casual conversation about you and what you're looking to accomplish. And then we can talk about what it might look like if we were to work together with me as your coach. I hope that you have a wonderful day, wonderful rest of your Wednesday. I'm here every single Wednesday at 4:05 with some inspirational and motivational information for you. And I look forward to seeing you next week.